today.
They look really good.
Yes, I love this front row, leather jacket, all studded out. Looking good.
Don't forget to head to The Real's Instagram page today to use the hashtag GirlChatLive to join in on the conversation.
Yes,
First of all, we want to welcome back Tamara Maury Housley. We missed you too.
I'm so happy to be back.
I'm
and
glad
I love
you're
me
back.
some girl chat.
Yes.
Exactly. So we're going to get right into it because, Tamara, speaking of being back at the table, this past Monday, we had Ray J guest co-host the show as our MCM. And during the show, Ray J campaigned hard to be the new permanent fifth member of Girl Chat. In fact, yesterday, Ray J posted this picture to Instagram saying, quote, "Looks like I got a new job. Stay tuned. Hashtag The Real with Ray J."
Dang. Just throwing it out there like that. Like, just, he sure did.
I mean, people are going crazy, too, because they're like, for real?
Me too.
Ray J.
He knows how to make some buzz happen, though. I will say that.
Yes.
Did you guys all get hit up on your tags and everything? I got like stuff from like the Jasmine brand. Yeah. Like they were like, "Oh, I guess Ray J's the new host." I was like, "Wait, what?"
You know, Ray J.
Like, I didn't know.
I checked with the executives and the producers, and there's no talk of hiring you, Ray J.
But let's be honest. When he was here, he was so funny, you guys. He literally kept saying, we'd come back and he'd be like, "The Real with Ray J. The Real with Ray J."
Yes, it was so good. It actually compliments. It's complimenting to see a guy really vie for the job here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And maybe this is his sweet way of saying he really misses us.
Yes.
Right?
No, Ray J really want a job. I don't care what
He's putting it out there.
It
I
sounds
think
like
he's doing so well, but the fun thing is he loves being in front of the camera, and you can see that he loved being here, and that's awesome, and that's a compliment to us, for sure.
It is.
For sure.
The Real with Ray J sounds like a late night show to me.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that.
Late night,
Right?
you know.
Ray J, though, send those scooters over, baby. I want a scooter for sure. Don't forget for
Raekwon is awesome.
Yes.
We love you, Ray J. We may have you for next year for Man Crush Monday, okay?
Yes.
We love you, though.
Wait.
Okay, up next, it's fair to say that every relationship has its shares of ups and downs, and nobody knows that better than Beyoncé and Jay-Z. And speaking of things that go up and down, B and J were photographed posing in a New York City elevator last night, giving a wink to the infamous incident involving Beyoncé's sister, Solange. Look at that. I just love their sense of humor.
I do, too.
It was the couple's first public outing following Jay's candid interview with the New York Times, where he finally admitted to cheating on Beyoncé.
Wow.
So, ladies, are you happy to see that music's first couple, power couple, is stronger than ever?
Yes, this is some strong. This is some grown man-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get a chance, please watch the interview, the documentary. It's so awesome. He's actually being very adult about it and being very forward. And I think that takes real courage. And I think that actually takes real growth. I can't have a conversation like that if you're not over it, you're not, they're obviously in a way better place. And I think it's also great to see them poke fun at it. I think he actually told the camera, go for it. You know, just, they said he quote said, like, go for it. Like, I get it, you see us in an elevator, take the picture, whatever.
I think he said, "Come and get it."
Oh, come and get it, yes.
And the way he said it, there was something sexy about it. He was like, "Come and get it, come and get it." It's like the bedroom call. Well, it's much better than mine. Come, honey. Come, honey.
But it was like, come for it, you know? Like, they're in a better place. They're so far from that.
Well, I think the both of them actually got everything out to the public, so there's nothing to hide anymore. I had read, actually, or saw the interview that Jay-Z did, that the Lemonade album was actually supposed to be a collaboration.
Yes.
They both were supposed to be on that album,
I didn't know that.
And then Jay-Z saw that she was like doing her own thing, and he was like, oh, okay, and he gave her, permission to do that. And then his album, he talked about it, so they're in a good place. And I'm never going to talk bad about somebody trying to work for their marriage.
Absolutely,
I would
always.
never have thought, only because it's a celebrity life, I would never have thought that you have to do what Jay-Z did. But to me, I found it so honorable because I've been around couples that had to deal with infidelity. It is something that scars you for life, and sometimes you can never make it through. Some marriages can't make it through again because it's all you go back to and think about. But when he came public and put his stuff out there and actually kind of like, it's repenting, right? Like when you repent in public, that changes the whole situation. And it's still gonna take time for people to heal wherever you are.
Yeah.
But that you heal yourself.
Yes.
And that's where the beginning starts, to kind of spread that.
There's nothing to hide.
And I like what you just said. They didn't have to do this. They
No.
don't owe an explanation
They don't owe us,
to
yeah.
anyone. They don't owe it to us. It's a personal thing. So for them to do that was a big thing.
Yeah.
I also think that it showed a lot of men who obviously look up to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's an icon, and so many young men look up to him. And I think to hear him speak the way he speaks about his wife, his family, and what he's learned from this, he even talked about men crying. And he said that as a young person, a lot of young men are taught not to be vulnerable. They don't know how to share their feelings, so they do different things. And to see Jay, who has this impact on these young guys, say, it's okay to cry. It's okay to tell a woman that you're vulnerable. It's okay to say, I'm sorry. It's okay. And I think that's such a big thing, that so many men are listening to this album and doing things differently because of what he said. He has massive influence.
What do you think, Lonnie? You're so quiet on that.
You know, it's just, I'm listening, and I like the fact that when you think about it, it doesn't matter how much money, how much power you think you have, we're all really just the same.
Yes.
We have the same feelings.
Everybody has the same.
What you're saying, like, we're the same, like, we're kind of like Beyonce?
I mean,
she's a real
you think
girl.
about it. I mean, that Lemonade album, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I mean, it's just some things I listen to,
Yes.
and I'm going through it, and I'm like, I ain't sorry. That's right, I ain't sorry.
The album was like a 12-step program. It was all the phases you go through.
It was very therapeutic.
And I tell anybody, if you have not heard the Lemonade album, hear it. Then hear the follow-up, which is Jay's 444. Hear that, and you will understand what we are talking about and why it's so phenomenal.
Yes.
We just love them. Come on the show, y'all.
Yeah, well, I know the one thing I love is even through all the turmoil, and I think that makes the biggest difference in why you can survive something like this, is that love conquers all.
Yes.
If there is love still there, you can make it work.
Even when you were just talking about men who, in the rap game, they're supposedly supposed to act hard.
Right.
No emotions, got my side, boo, I'm not like trying to mix with that.
Yeah.
But now I realize that I really look up to the guys who flaunt their wife and celebrate them. Another one that I already loved, I was a fan of, but then when I saw and I was in his life and saw more of how he represents his wife, Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
They've been together for how many years?
Not only have they been together for a long time, they're high school sweethearts.
Yep.
She stuck by him, ride or die, and then he actually speaks about how because he kind of got into that musician way where he was like, let me go live my own life.
Right.
He asked for a divorce, and then he kind of went out on his own way for a little bit and was like, nah, I'm tearing those papers up. You're with me, and I am nothing without you.
Okay.
So he got back with her, and today they are so strong. The way he holds regard to her, it really is an ideal situation for a musician who's in the light and a beautiful ride or die mother and wife. They are gold.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah. You follow her on Instagram.
Boss lady.
Boss
Love
lady.
it.
She has very good insight and wisdom when it comes
And
to
funny,
relationships. And she's funny too. I love her.
I love what you guys had to say. We actually asked you on Instagram if you thought that your relationship could survive cheating. And Bubzil said, no, because trust is broken. Trust is like a mirror. When broken, no matter how perfect you try to put the pieces together, you still see the cracks. The relationship will never be the same. And that is true for some people. That is true.
Yeah.
You
Well,
also
the relationship will never be the same, but I think sometimes if you really are willing to make it work, it can be a better relationship.
The cracks can make it beautiful.
Yeah.
The cracks can make it beautiful.
Yeah.
We also have at Adela Shandarlis, who said, yes, because by the time I've thrown everything out the window, I'm sure my arms would be a little stronger.
She just
I wasn't ready for it. I was reading, I was like, wait, where is this going? There's a positive spin, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fight a good fight, you get some strong arms.
Love it.
All right, well,
So
from
true.
a couple who's posing for the paparazzi to another who's trying to dodge them. For years, you guys, there has been speculation that Katie Holmes and Jamie Foxx are a couple.
Yes.
I want to know so much
I
about
know,
this.
but despite neither person ever confirming this news. And yesterday, the rumor mill started up again after Katie showed up to support Jamie at a store opening event in New York City. The two actors hadn't been seen in public together since Labor Day weekend in September and didn't show up together to the event last night either. But many sources say that the reason they're keeping their relationship private is due to the intense criticism and scrutiny that comes with a celebrity couple going public. So ladies, do you feel like celebrity couples owe the public insight into their relationship.
Wow.
I say no, they
I
don't
agree.
owe it to anybody.
10%.
But this has got to be exhausting. you arrive to the event, we got a plan, you're gonna go first, then I'm gonna go, because we can't be seen together.
Yeah.
I would just personally be exhausted, and I'd be like, at some point, live your life for you. Forget if we like it, if we don't like it.
That is true.
Yes, like, just do it for you.
But
the people are talking anyway. We're discussing it here
I know,
anyway.
but Adrian, you have to remember what Katie Holmes went through.
Yeah.
She was married to Tom Cruise.
Biggest profile you could think
And they were talked about like every single day. And then her daughter Siri, you know, she wants to protect her daughter. When you become a mama, you become like that mama bear. And people were saying at one point Siri wasn't, you know, Tom Cruise's. And usually she's a very, very private person. And I remember at one point she came out and was like, okay, you can talk about me, you can talk about my marriage, but you cannot talk about my child.
I get that.
So maybe she's just a little timid and she doesn't want to open those floodgates, because the moment she says we're together, you know there's going to be opinions, whether they are good and bad.
Not only that, we've never seen Jamie Foxx with a woman. Okay?
Like,
whenever he's on the red carpet, he's with his daughters. Or he's by himself. You've never seen him with a date. You never, you know, so I think he just wants to just keep his stuff private.
Yes.
That's just him. And I respect that. It's like with me. People like, well, they don't know what I am. They don't know if I'm gay, if I'm straight, if I'm whatever. I'm not gay, by the way. I love me some men, but I keep it to myself.
But I feel like you're also the type, if you were, you'd say that
You
too.
know? Yeah. I mean, if I was, I'd be like, yeah, I like that too. But it doesn't matter. It's like some people just want to keep their private life private, and we should respect that. And I respect Jamie for not flaunting a bunch of people around. We don't know why, you know, but he likes to keep it to himself. And I think what kind of scared Katie was when Tom Cruise went on Oprah and jumped on that couch. It was like, what? You know, he tore up Oprah's couch. So I think ever since then, that was a shock to Katie. She was like,
traumatized by the toe up couch.
Exactly. You
I
know?
know what you guys are saying about keeping it on the DL, but I also think it depends on the person's personality. Like, how I am on TV is very much how I am in person, except I'm a little bit more introverted. Like, in person, I don't need to be a center of attention. I actually hate birthday parties. Don't throw me any surprise parties. I don't like to be the center of attention. But when I came out here season 1, and before that, I was married. And I opened that up, and that's something that was a part of my life. If I had a baby, if I was married, those are things I celebrate with the audience. Now, let's be honest, things have changed. Do I feel that I owe you guys an excuse or an explanation as to what happened? Yes, I do. Because I opened up my life, shared it with you. You guys celebrated us, you supported us, you laughed with me, you cried with me. So I gotta say something, because I don't ever wanna feel like this is fake. So if I'm gonna put myself out here, I got a responsibility to keep it real. That's me.
Got it. And you were on the real. You chose that. You chose that. But Katie Holmes, I mean,
but on the real, on a personal level, on the real, you also have the right to choose your boundaries.
Yes,
So I want you to know you owe an explanation as far as you feel you owe an explanation. No one else can determine what that is for you.
Amen.
That's actually you said, this is what I feel I should share. Because guess what? As much as you share on the show, as much as you shared on the show about your marriage, there are things that none of us will ever, there are things we, as close friends to you, will never know. No one knows what goes on between a marriage and a relationship except for two people in the point blank.
Very true.
They'll never know all of it.
That's why I keep my business, because y'all don't want to know what I do. It's not safe for daytime TV. It's not safe.
You sound like Cardi. It ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe.
And I will say, there is that push and pull when you are a part of the public's eye. I mean, honestly, now looking back, sometimes I wish I would have been just a little bit more private with Adam and I's relationship.
When y'all was talking about you was on top of it, y'all did it in the car?
No, oh my God!
When you talked about the closet. The closet is her place that she goes and hides.
Yeah, the closet.
Yes, because, I know, because you guys, Adam, people at his job watch the show. So when he walks in to his job, they're like, oh my gosh, do you still have that Porsche? Because you and Tamara, oh my gosh, you guys were having fun. And Adam's like, oh my gosh, how did you know about that? They were like, we watched The Real. Tamara, she says it all. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that... Yeah.
That's funny. But here's the
But I
thing.
can't help myself.
Yeah,
but I have learned to set some.
Yes.
Some.
See, I hear what you guys are saying, but I
Lonnie.
don't. It's hard for me to decide what our boundaries, because I grew up in a culture that is very recluse and very, like, they keep things to themselves. Asian people do not go out there and tell you your story. Girl, let me tell you what I'm feeling about today.
Right.
And when they have problems, they keep it to themselves. When they're guilty about things, they keep it to themselves. To me, after growing up in that, I don't like that. When I have a feeling about something, I need to get it out there because it frees me. And if it is a little TMI for you, well, then you just got to learn to love me through it, because I got to keep it real.
I love that. I love that.